things are really heating up over in Balochistan, Pakistan.
Yeah.
And, we're going to look at what's happening there and why it should matter to all of us, even on that global level.
Well, it's like one of those things where it's happening so far away that it's easy for folks to kind of ignore it.
Right.
But it's a strategically important region. I mean, just geographically, you've got Iran and Afghanistan right there as neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
And Balochistan itself is rich in natural resources. I mean, untapped potential there.
Wow.
And, it's a linchpin, in China's Belt and Road Initiative, which is making a lot of, waves in the news lately as a global infrastructure project.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And I mean, on top of that, we've got this wave of violence. I mean, just in the past 2 days, 22 security personnel have been killed in attacks there.
Yeah, it's really tragic.
The Balochistan Liberation Army, the BLA, they've claimed responsibility for at least one of these. But another attack has a lot of people thinking that it could be the work of Tehrik-i-Taliban Pakistan, TTP.
Right.
And that's kind of got everybody on edge, right?
Yeah.
Like, could this be, the start of some sort of alliance or partnership?
Well, I think that's the big question. The TTP and BLA, they have very different goals.
Right.
But some experts are saying that the TTP might be looking at this as an opportunity, to kind of exploit the instability.
Push them towards a united front.
Yeah, push them towards a united front against the Pakistani government.
Yeah.
And that really is a concern because it could escalate things significantly.
And pull in some outside forces.
Exactly.
And it's not just, a couple of isolated events. We're talking about like 24 terrorist attacks just in the past month alone in Balochistan.
Yeah, I mean, it's just relentless.
Targeting security forces, civilians alike.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It really highlights the widespread impact of this violence,
Yeah.
And something I find really disturbing is the increasing sophistication of these attacks. There's been talk about potential foreign involvement. Some sources even suggesting that certain countries who might see China's Belt and Road project as a threat could be providing training and support to separatists.
It's really a tangled web.
It is.
But, one thing that our sources really emphasize is the need to make a distinction here.
Yeah.
We're talking about, separatist militants.
Right.
We're not talking about the Baloch population as a whole.
Absolutely. And I think that's such an important point to make.
Right.
To lump an entire population together based on the actions of a few is not only unfair, but it's also incredibly dangerous.
And it's counterproductive.
It really is, because it ignores those underlying grievances
Right.
that are really fueling the conflict.
The source material really hits hard on that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Those issues of poverty, the lack of development, and of course the allegations of human rights abuses.
Yeah. It makes you think of it like a pressure cooker, right?
Right.
If you ignore that building pressure for too long,
Something's got to give.
eventually it's going to explode.
Yeah, Balochistan is like a case study in what can happen
Exactly.
when legitimate concerns are ignored.
And unfortunately, this isn't a unique situation. I mean,
Yeah.
we see this pattern repeated all over the world in so many different conflicts.
So just to kind of recap here,
Yeah.
we've got this escalating violence in a region that is strategically vital.
Right.
There's the potential for, alliances between these militant groups that have these different agendas.
Yeah.
And then, the government's got this balancing act
It's a tough one.
of, how to address the root causes of the unrest
Right.
while at the same time, maintaining security.
Absolutely. And that really is the key question here. Can Pakistan manage to find that balance?
Right.
Can they address the issues of poverty and underdevelopment
Right.
and those allegations of human rights abuses
Yeah.
while also, ensuring security for everyone involved?
Right.
And the consequences of failure are huge.
Yeah.
Not just for Pakistan, but for the whole region and potentially even beyond.
Yeah. It's really something to watch.
It really is.
That's going to do it for this deep dive. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me.
We'll catch you next time.
See ya.